At the eastern end of the Hongduan Mountains sit the Minshan Mountains. The Minjiang River rises in the Gonggang Ridge and cuts into the Minshan Mountains, creating deep valleys that link south and north, allowing vapor, species, cultures, and people to travel through. These corridors also connect the plateau in the west and the basin in the east. The isolated natural world and densely populated cities shine side by side. The Minjiang River nourishes all life along it, adding vitality to this land of abundance. In May, the temperature rises, melting ice and snow at the northern end of the Minshan Mountains. Tender leaves begin to sprout on trees. A beautiful species unique to China ushers in a new year. Golden snub-nosed monkeys are the most beautiful in the world. There are 5 species of the snub-nosed monkey, and these are golden in the truest sense of the word. The long hair on their backs is like a choir raincoat. Their most striking feature is their pale blue face. In the forest, blue stands out, making it easier for them to spot each other. After 7 months of gestation, litters of baby monkeys are born. This is the youngest member of the family. Its pink hands and gray hair show that it's a newborn. Its mom holds it in her arms. Though not strong enough to move around on its own, it is already starting to train its grip. This is essential for survival in the forest canopy. It clings tightly to its mother. Being able to do this is a matter of life and death. This troop has 10 families. The alpha male has absolute power. Together with several females and their babies, this is the core of the troop. The head of a family is tough by necessity. This female has somehow offended the king. Another female approaches him obediently. The king grooms her hair to show that he's accepted her. Now they groom each other. There is romance in the air. but life in the family can be cruel. When male monkeys reach 3 years of age, they are regarded as enemies by their fathers and driven away. But for now, this is not a concern for this little monkey. Bai-ma Tibetans have lived in the same mountain forest for generations. During important festivals, they offer sacrifices to the gods of mountains and trees. They perform the traditional Jo dance, wearing animal masks and clothes embroidered with flower and plant patterns. The Bai-ma people love their land and would never disturb the residents of the forest. This has resulted in the golden snub-nosed monkey's habitat being largely unchanged. Two weeks later, the baby monkey's hair turns a creamy yellow. It's ready to explore the world. Though it's a natural climber, it still needs a lot of practice and a little luck. Practice makes the little monkey braver and more cautious. During the long process of evolution, human toes became aligned so that human beings could walk upright. The feet of arboreal animals evolved to have a grip as good as any hands, allowing them to jump easily in the air. This little guy has found himself in some trouble. Its older brother rushes to help. Golden snub-nosed monkeys love hugging. They'll hug whenever and wherever they want, but not the adult males. Mutual help, cooperation, and friendship has made the troop stronger. Today, there are more than 10,000 golden snub-nosed monkeys in the Minshan and Zhonglai mountains. Mount Shuebaoding is the main peak of the Minshan Mountains, towering at 5,588 meters above sea level. Many breathtaking scenes are hidden in the valleys at the foot of the snow-capped mountains. In 2017, an earthquake hit Jiuzhaigou, causing serious damage to the five-color lake. But in just a few years, the power of Mother Nature has restored the stunning travertine ponds to their original look. Destruction and rebirth always go hand in hand. The beautiful travertines show the precipitation of time. The Minshan Mountains are home to a large number of rare orchid populations. The lady slipper orchid is a cunning plant. Local people call it the corn slipper. It cannot produce nectar, but it has evolved pouch-shaped petals in order to attract insects. Once an insect falls into the pouch, it can only get out of the trap using the root provided by the orchid, pollinating the plant in the process. The Tibetan lady slipper orchid's trap is designed for bumblebees. Its large, dark red lip looks exactly like a bumblebee nest. Other plants offer nectar to insects in exchange for pollination, but the lady slipper orchid cheats them out of it. Countless cascades and streams flow down the Minshan Mountains. They merge into the Minjiang River, forming the Minjiang River Valley in the upper reaches. This is considered to be an important passage for ethnic migration. Countless people once walked through the valley, connecting the northwestern and southwestern parts of China. The local Qiang people love to embroider flower and plant patterns on their clothes. Their ancestors came from the north and crossed the Minshan Mountains before arriving here. The patterns on their clothes are a record of what they saw and heard on their journey. Here, there is a plant that began its migration with the help of human beings. The regal lily is a unique species that grows on cliffs. 100 years ago, British plant hunter Ernest Henry Wilson took it back to Europe. At that time, ornamental lilies in the West were on the verge of extinction due to disease. The introduction of the regal lily saved the lily industry in the West. Now, almost all ornamental lilies in Europe and America have some of the regal lily's features. The Weijiang River originates in Mount Qingcheng. It meanders along the Qingcheng Back Mountain, eventually flowing into the middle reaches of the Minjiang River. At about 800 meters above sea level, the scenery here is quite different from the river's upper reaches. It's a perfect habitat for the Chinese windmill butterfly. In June, the sun shines on the valley, raising the temperature. More and more male butterflies appear on the riverbank. They use their long mouth parts to suck up the water on the riverbank. The water tastes a little salty, providing essential microelements, especially sodium for the butterflies. The microelements are stored in their bodies, while the excess moisture is excreted from the tip of their abdomen. They spend hours doing this every day. This will give them energy for their flight. In the approaching breeding season, they will pass on these elements to female butterflies and their offspring. Mount Qingcheng is on the border of the western Sichuan Plateau and Sichuan Basin. It's one of the most biodiverse places in the world. Ten kilometers east of Mount Qingcheng is the Chengdu Plain. The Minjiang River is about to rush out of the Minshan Mountains and start a new journey. The Duzhong-Ian irrigation system is the oldest water conservancy project in the world. It uses the nature of water and diverts water without using a dam, showing the ancient ecological wisdom of China. Yulei Mountain blocks the eastward flow of the Minjiang River. The first step in diverting the water from the river into the Chengdu Plain was to cut through the mountain. More than 2,200 years ago, the people in the area and its governor, Li Bing, heated rocks over fire and then cooled them with the cold water from the Minjiang River to crack them. It took them 8 years to cut through Yulei Mountain. The opening they created is called the Bottleneck Channel. How did they divert water into the Bottleneck Channel? They built the Fishmouth Levee in the middle of the river to divide the Minjiang River into the inner and outer rivers. The inner river is narrow and deep. In the dry season, 60% of the water flows into the inner river. The outer river is wide and straight. When the water flow is high, 60% of the water flows into the outer river. The low flying sand weir was built not far from the Bottleneck Channel. Once the water level is higher than the flying sand weir, water is released and flows into the outer river. Due to hydrodynamics, sediment moves along the inside of a river bend. 80% of the sediment enters the outer river at the Fishmouth Levee. In the flying sand weir, the remaining sediment is thrown into the outer river, ensuring that the water flowing into the inner river is clearer. There is no water gate beneath the Bottleneck Channel. The Minjiang River flows down it naturally. With a total length of more than 34,000 kilometers, the 111 trunk canals and 260 branch canals are like blood capillaries. They irrigate over 6,600 square kilometers of farmland, turning the largest plain in southwest China into a land of abundance. The Chengdu Plain is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. Spicy flavors, nature's gifts, and the unique natural environment have created a happy, thriving city. Chengdu is a park city from which you can see snow-capped mountains. With the environment improving, local people can now see these mountains from their windows. After nourishing the vast plain, the Minjiang River joins the other rivers, flowing from the western Sichuan Plateau and continues moving south. The hilly areas of southern Sichuan are home to the largest natural bamboo forest in the world. It covers 28 mountain ridges and more than 500 hills. Over 400 types of bamboo grow at different altitudes here. This is known as the Southern Sichuan Bamboo Sea. China is the home of bamboo. The Chinese people have been using bamboo for 7,000 years. According to one survey, in the past decades, both the total area of bamboo forests and the amount of bamboo felled in China have increased. In China's largest natural bamboo forest, the plant is closely connected to people's daily lives, as well as art. The secret of the bamboo forest's vigor lies in the speed at which it grows. Bamboo is the fastest growing plant on Earth. A bamboo shoot can grow to 20 meters in just 2 months. Bamboo can grow at speeds of up to 2 meters per day. It is said that you can even hear bamboo growing in the forest. The mild climate and abundant precipitation have turned southern Sichuan into a sea of bamboo. Each bamboo node is a base for growth. Bamboo has a dozen such bases that provide energy for its growth. But where does the energy come from? In 2012, scientists discovered that in these nodes are many plant hormones, sugar, and enzymes that can break down sugar. These nodes are like the fuel tanks of automobiles, providing energy for bamboo to grow. There are even more secrets hidden in the ground. Beneath the bamboo forest is the bamboo rhizome. The hard and sharp tips of bamboo shoots can pierce through almost anything. They expand their territory while storing nutrients for the fast-growing bamboo forest. A strong bamboo rhizome can produce tens of thousands of bamboos over 20 years. This has led to the creation of the traditional Lin Pan, a special settlement in Sichuan.
林攀，竹林攀，就它不是林盘，是林攀，就你感觉那个上扬那个声音特别响亮。然后这是我的家，而且竹林盘里面它不仅仅有竹子，它前面有田野，田野和林盘中间有沟渠，然后还有我们自己的塞坝，就生产用的。房屋背后就是竹林，里面有可以走蚂蚱，可以粘蚕子、捉鱼，就是好像是大自然赋予我们的东西，我们都可以享受。
The traditional Lin Pan settlement embodies the principle of living in harmony with nature.
水、田、林、月这些元素组成了我们这个川西林盘，它实际上更多的是全部是人做成，人做的自然环境，虽由人作，宛自天开。
After flowing for 735 kilometers, the Minjiang River has gone from its source, 4,610 meters above sea level, to a new starting point at an altitude of 258 meters. The Minjiang River and the Jinsha River join at Yibin and take on a new name, the Yangtze River.